Hello, boys and girls. I thought it would be fun to do a read aloud. I read this with some of you the other day, so now I'm going to record it. So if you didn't read chapter 1 with us, you can read it with us now, and then we'll read chapter 2 later. The story we're reading is called Dory Phantasmagory, and there's a word in there in her last name that maybe gives me a clue about what Dory's like. This book is written by Abby Hanlon, and here were some clues about Dory here. She's got an imagination. She's funny. She's brave. She's not a dog. No, she's a girl. She's Dory. What a rascal. Dory Phantasmagory. Chapter 1. Such a baby. My name is Dory, but everyone calls me Rascal. This is my family. I am the little kid. My sister's name is Violet, and my brother's name is Luke. Violet is the oldest. Violet and Luke never want to play with me. They say I'm a baby. Mom, Rascal is bothering us. What is she doing? Calls my mother. She's looking at us. She's breathing. The story has a lot of speech bubbles to tell what the characters are saying here. All summer long, whenever I try to play with Luke and Violet, they say, please leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave, but I can't think of what to say. So I ask questions. Any questions I can think of. What does please mean? Why do we have armpits? How do they make plastic? I can't wait for school to start so we can get a break from Rascal, says Violet. Me too, grumbles Luke. Don't talk about school. I cover my ears. I never want my summer to end. I like to stay home in my nightgown instead of getting dressed for school. It's a winter nightgown, says Violet, and it's inside out, says Luke. And it's backwards, says Violet. So what? I say. So now that you turned 6, you need to stop acting like such a baby. Why do you always call me a baby? I complain. Because you talk to yourself, says Violet, and you have temper tantrums, says Luke, and you play with monsters, says Violet. Talk to myself? I have no idea what they're talking about. I never talk to myself. I talk to my friend Mary. No one can see her except me. Mary, it's lunchtime. Why do we have armpits? What an interesting question. Mary always wants to play with me. She thinks I'm the greatest. At night, Mary sleeps under my bed. What's the opposite of a sandwich? I have always wondered that. During the day, Mary follows me around. She wants to do whatever I'm doing. I usually don't mind, but sometimes I have to tell her no. Okay, Mary. What do you want to play? I ask. Here are some things Mary likes to do. Up here it says, sorry, I'm playing with Violet. No, you aren't. Try and steal Violet's doll. Cherry, fake sleep, sneak cookies from the high cabinet, exercise club. Get dragged around the house in a laundry basket. Why are you talking to a laundry basket? Faster! Look for monsters. The toilet monster, the ketchup monster, the vacuum monster, the living room monster, the broken drawer monster. Mary is my favorite, but my house is actually full of monsters. There is a toilet monster who comes into the bathroom if you sit on the toilet too long. The laundry monster. There is the ketchup monster who makes weird noises when you sneeze or squeeze the ketchup. There is also laundry monster, the broken drawer monster, the vacuum monster, the upstairs hallway monster, the living room monster, and more. The upstairs hallway monster. I try to warn Luke and Violet when I see one. Watch out! It's behind you! Ah, there's a monster in your underwear! Run! The vacuum monster is coming. But Luke and Violet don't appreciate it. Rascal is driving me crazy. Yeah, me too. What are we going to do? Let's scare her back. I'll think of something. Think of something that will get her to stop acting like such a baby. I got an idea. After dinner, Violet and Luke say they have something important to tell me. I follow them upstairs. Skipping steps. I'm so excited. What can it be? Violet lets me sit on her bed. Maybe she will let me play with Cherry. Very slowly, Violet asks me, Rascal, have you ever heard of someone named Mrs. Gobblecracker? I shake my head no. Well, Mrs. Gobblecracker is a robber and she steals baby girls, says Violet, and she is 507 years old and has very sharp teeth, adds Luke. And well, says Violet, you're going to be really surprised when I tell you this. What? I say, I'm dying to know. She's been looking for you, she says very quickly. Are you serious? I asked. Dead serious, she says. Mrs. Gobblecracker's looking for me? I asked in amazement. Shh, says Luke. She's so scary you have to whisper her name when you say it like this. Mrs. Gobblecracker. So if I were you, I would stop acting like such a baby so she doesn't come get you, says Violet. For a moment, I'm quiet. This is a lot to think about. Luke and Violet stare at me as if they're waiting for me to cry. How will she get in the house? Does she come in the front door? Will she ring the doorbell? I ask them. Before they answer, I have some more questions. Is she sneaky? Will I have to battle her? Does she wear a long black cape? Is she made out of fur? Is it real fur or fake fur? Are her teeth rotting? Does she brush them? Does she have a really creepy looking nose? Does she have a cat? Does she have a cave? Does she have really long bones? We don't know. Leave us alone, they shout, shaking their heads and walking away fast. I follow Luke and Violet around the house. Oh my gosh, what have we done? Says Luke, covering his ears. This is the worst idea we have ever had, says Violet, trying to get away from me. Ever, says Luke. Ever, ever, ever. I don't even know what happens next, says Violet. Is she vegetarian? Does she vote? Is she nocturnal? Does she like ice cream? Does she like anything? Is she powerful? Does she have a cell phone? Does she eat rubber chickens? Okay, boys and girls, that is chapter 1. We will read chapter 2 another day. Bye.